do because something might come up for me. Whatever secrets come up for me, I'll just cut out of here. Sorry, 19.
Sorry, 19. Sorry, not sorry. Were you gonna ask me about my enormous fucking
Yes,
smoothie?
that's in a takeaway container.
Well, so here's the thing. I I was putting the smoothie into a large glass, but I
Yeah.
was always making too much for my like
Uh,
big glass. And so I
okay.
was having to use two, and I was
Yes.
like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I started putting it in here, and
Yeah.
this is just the amount of smoothie that I intuitively make is the amount
Yeah.
that fits
Yeah.
perfectly in here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
this is why I mean my smoothies are in a quart jar because I when I used to make smoothies like at restaurants and at coffee shops and stuff, like professionally.
mhm,
Um, no brags. When I was a professional smoothie maker,
no brags.
I the trick that I had was because some places would be like measure it by the blender. That does not
Okay.
work. Fill the glass that you want your smoothie to be in with all the shit you want in it, and then fill out the rest of the space with whatever liquid that you're going
Hmm.
to use, and then dump all of that into the blender. And you know that that fills the volume of your jar or cup
That's
or whatever.
smart.
Yeah. The only tricky part of that is I don't use ice anymore because I just use
Yeah.
frozen blueberries and mango as my sweetener and cold part. Um, but when some people still use ice, specifically if like for milk-based smoothies, and the ice, if you use a mason jar without the straight wall, the
Hmm.
ice, when you pour the liquid in, sticks to each other and then is one solid chunk. So dumping it out is a bit tricky.
It's stuck. Yeah.
But um, but yeah. So okay, anyway, tell me what's in the takeaway container of smoothie, which
Okay.
you are drinking impressively fast.
I mean, so here's the thing. I, this is delicious.
Yes.
It also is quite sweet. So it's,
Yeah.
like two or three handfuls of spinach in this,
Nice. Yeah.
frozen peach.
Ooh,
Mm.
that's a
Oh,
good call. That is a good call. Oh, nice. Yes, we love to see it. Go ahead.
highly
I'm impressed.
recommend frozen peach. A non-frozen banana. I like to freeze my bananas, but as long as the peach is frozen, it's fine.
Yeah.
So a non-frozen banana today. What else? Oh, I still have my like chia and flax seed blend
Mix.
that I'm getting
Okay.
through. Although you told me to try hemp, and that's what I'm going to do when I run out of that.
Yeah.
Collagen
Oh, look at you.
and
I thought you looked younger.
I mean it's extra protein and it helps my joints.
Yeah,
So
I can't do this is the
I
thing.
don't feel
I
younger.
everyone's asked if I do collagen and I everything I've read indicates that vegetarian collagen is a lie
Mm,
and
hmm.
that you should just use like seaweed products and it's
Yeah.
like, so I haven't done the collagen thing because it's not vegetarian. In the
Yeah.
vegetarian ones I found, I even when I look at the ingredients, I'm like, I would love to know if that's actually going to do shit.
Mm.
And it's obviously 1,000 fucking dollars. And
Oh,
yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, okay,
No.
collagen, continue. Sorry.
Collagen and then uh protein vanilla protein powder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What brand of vanilla protein powder are you using?
Oh, and something with an O. I'm trying different ones in
Yeah,
smaller containers to see what I like the best.
yeah. hmm
Um, fuck, I don't remember what it's called. It has a blue lid.
I've never found a protein powder I really like. Michael gave me some of his that was very expensive, and it was good for like it was a good protein powder if you were going to make just a shake with just that. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
But it made it so frothy that it expanded, and I'm not kidding. It was 2 quart mason jars for my regular smoothie
That's
because
wild.
it expanded everything so much. Yeah. Um, uh, Yeah, so I used to this smoothie is very similar to what I used to make.
Yeah.
Um and like did you use milk in yours or like some type of
Mm.
plant-based milk?
Oat milk.
Yeah. I um in the last couple of years have gotten away from like the milk oriented one. I don't like
Mm.
banana is the thing.
It's
I
tricky. That's tricky.
so I used to drink banana smoothies, banana and nut butter smoothies with spinach and chia seeds and all the things.
Yep.
I did that for, I mean, I don't know, the last like 12 or 15 years.
Yeah.
And then in the last couple years, I was like, it's just, I don't love the banana flavor of it all.
Yep.
And, but then I don't like heavy fruits with the milk base either. So then I was like, again, truly, it was when I realized that like I could just use a high quality juice
Hmm.
because I'm one of those, again, disordered eater. I'm a disordered eater. So I've been trained my whole life to avoid juice because it's pure sugar. And why would you
Hmm.
ever drink it?
Hmm.
Not all juices are created equally, blah, blah, blah. So, um, when I realized I could use a mix of coconut water and really good, high quality, pure juice,
Hmm.
um, so that's my current smoothie is like more fruit based with coconut water and juice.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't been making it for breakfast. I have been making it for lunch or dinner every day still for the last like week. I finally got
Hmm.
back on it. Um, because it does just help my energy throughout the day. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, hemp seeds I just can't recommend enough because they are such like it was such a revelation when I read about them and was like, oh my God, like 2 or 3 tablespoons has like 8 grams of protein. And they're not like they blend, they're softer. So
Yeah.
they fully blend to like no texture, you know?
Hmm.
They're not you won't
You don't
feel
have to
them.
chew them.
You won't feel them, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
I'm chewing this one a little bit, which is the
yeah,
chia seed, which I
yeah,
don't
exactly.
mind, but it is
Hmm.
definitely its own experience.
Yes, exactly. I Yeah, I finally I do flaxseed in mine also because I need more omega in my diet, as my blood work recently indicated as well.
Mm.
Um,
Go to the doctor, everybody.
everyone
Take
go to the
care of your
doctor.
bod.
Look at this novel written about me and all the things going on in my life and
Hey,
body.
go ahead and hold your personal health information a little closer to the
Sure.
camera
Okay, so
for
the
screenshot purposes.
transforming growth factor beta 1 uh showed up as
This
I
episode is
am
just Adriana reading lab results.
I am infected with mold. Great. My glucose is low, but I'm not anemic, so that's nice.
Not
um,
anemic.
my iodine is also a little off, but that's okay. We'll fix that. There's some pill I'm going to take that's apparently going to fix that too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Um, T3 reverse, don't know what that means, but there's something about that I need to be mindful of.
Is that your thyroid?
No. Well,
How's your
maybe actually.
thyroid? Good?
Honestly, really good. Yeah. Oh wait,
Awesome.
actually, that is what this was circled as. It's like low, but I'm in normal range. I'm just on the low
Got
side
it.
of it. But yeah. Like there were certain things that she was like, you're in like it's not worrisome. You're in normal range. You're just
Yep.
either
Yep.
you're on the lower side of normals, and so it would be nice if we could get you a little further into that normal range. Like yeah, like my iron is technically I'm like on the literal last number of the
Yeah.
low range, you
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
which again, her thought on that was just like she's supportive of the supplements I'm taking. She's like, those are really good. It's what I would recommend. Um, but it's wild that you're taking 2 of those and we're still at that. That's bananas.
Your body is
So,
just not wanting to absorb it. Mm.
not even a little. And so, but again, and here's a little fun fact for everyone that I did not know. don't take your supplements with caffeine.
Don't do it.
Because everyone, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't you fucking dare.
Public service announcement. Do not, we repeat, do not take your supplements with caffeine. Why?
Because they compete for absorption.
It's
And
wild.
caffeine often wins, especially when it's in a like liquid form. So it's liquids are
Yep.
more easily absorbed into your bloodstream. But like, yeah. And then also she was like, maybe try separating them so that you're taking one pill at one meal and one at another.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know that you're not supposed to drink a bunch of water with your meal when you eat because also it messes with the absorption of things. And like you, after meals, you're supposed to hydrate and before and like throughout your day. But I tend to like just drink a lot of liquid during my meals
Yeah.
and like you drink water, of course. I'm not saying don't, but like I
Sure.
drink like a ton of water during my meals, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's fascinating. So anyway, yeah, go to the doctor because you learn stuff about yourself and your body and how things work. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. A lot of doctors fucking suck. Uh,
Sure do.
and I've had unfortunately more negative experiences than positive.
Yeah,
So choose wisely, do research, ask trusted people in your life who like their doctors.
that's true. That's true.
Although I did do that once and I went to my friend's doctor. I should have been more suspect because she does intermittent fasting and her doctor approves that. So I should have been more suspect. I just didn't know at the time, you
Uh-oh.
know.
Yeah.
Proudly, I will say that this doctor literally was like, "You don't fast, do you?" When because of my glucose and everything. And I was like, "Absolutely not. That's actually just anorexia." And I was like, as someone who's done well with anorexia in the past, I got glowing reviews on my ability to starve myself. Um, no, 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 we don't dabble in that. And she's like, she's like, good. First of all, you definitely shouldn't. Like, based on these, like, if she's like, do you feel like lethargic, tired, or like, does your mood shift, or even get an upset stomach if you're not eating or anything like? And I was like, all of the above. Yes, hangry is a very familiar experience for me.
Yes, yes, and yes.
And she was like, great. Well, yeah, this would indicate that that is true for you. So you simply cannot fast. That's not going to work for you.
You shouldn't be
Um,
doing that.
and then it was delightful because we had a long shared rant about intermittent fasting and how it's all bullshit. And if you are intermittent fasting, just know it is bullshit and you should eat. And get a different doctor if they are telling you that that's a good idea.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm afraid
I
that
mean,
also check out what is it? Anorexia nervosa ANAD. ANAD is a great national organization that does support groups for disordered eating. You can go by identity, but if you're a person who's dabbling in intermittent fasting, I might encourage you to consider reimagining what
yeah,
you're doing.
to explore, perhaps are the ways that
Hmm.
I am interacting with food
Uh-oh.
perhaps an issue. Could I use
Yeah,
some support and help with that?
yeah. Also, just know
There is help
you
available.
deserve to eat.
You sure do.
You deserve to eat.
Also, okay, I'm gonna say something here. I'm gonna say
Oh
something and
no.
it
Oh
might
no.
it might be a little crazy.
Ew.
Losing weight is not the most important thing that you can do with your life.
Well, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy now.
Listen, I
Obviously, the main thing in life is being skinny.
well, being skinny and finding a man, right? That's what we should be focused on.
Well, you can't have one without the other,
That's a
is
good
the thing
point.
about it.
It's a great point. You make a good point. Yeah. So, no, you were not born to lose weight and make money for, you know, people who make more money than you and
Mm-mm.
then die. You
Nope.
you were
Sure
made
weren't.
to you were made to experience the beauty of the natural world
Mm,
and enjoy time with your friends and have
Yeah.
fun and be creative and not be shitty to other people. And that includes
Don't be
yourself.
shitty.
So eat, please.
Yes.
Talk to your doctor. Find a
Yes.
doctor who respects you and treats you well. If you need
Hmm.
help, reach out. We'll help all 19 of you if we need
We
to.
will help all 19 of
If you're having trouble finding a doctor who treats you like a person,
That is
who treats
actually a
you
good
like a
point.
human, reach
Because
out. We'll help you. I'll
we
I'll
both
tell
have
you how I found
referrals.
my doctor.
Also, like I definitely have referrals um for New York and Chicago. Also, my New York doctor just went national. So that company is now doing that work in all states. So that's really exciting. And yeah. Um,
And the cool thing about this podcast and these hosts
what is
is
cool about
that
us?
just the one cool thing about us is that whether you are somebody who is interested in exploring more of a functional medicine approach,
Yes,
or if you're somebody who's like, I don't know, like maybe a more traditional medical setting is for me, we have experience with both and can support you
truly.
with both. And you can be treated like a person in both.
True.
All things to think about. Anyway,
All things to think about.
I love that we've done now a deep dive on our, medical life. What's making you
I
laugh?
really like that I went really hard on just aggressively telling people if they're intermittent fasting, they're actually anorexic.
Before we've even done our opening question, mind
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we
Um,
haven't laughed yet, but let me just go ahead and lecture the
yeah.
19 about intermittent fasting. In all seriousness, if you really are doing that, I don't want you to feel shitty or bad about yourself or feel like judged or anything. As someone who has literally done it all, I can tell you that you're fine. Like, shit sucks. And we're being sold 5 million lies about our bodies every day.
Yep.
And finding the truth is, especially in the medical world, is challenging,
Yep.
um, especially in America, uh, where our system is intermixed with capitalist interest.
Mhm.
Um, and that goes for both functional and more like conventional, like doctor settings. They're all selling shit. Um, and it is complicated. It is really fucking complicated, and increasingly so, especially with GLP-1s out here. So
Lord
I
Jesus.
just want you to know that you deserve to eat. The truths are you deserve to eat, you need to eat.
Yep.
Your body is valuable and matters no matter the size or what the world is telling you is the most valuable one. They
Amen.
can fuck off. So anyway, what's making me laugh? Good question. Uh I I think what's making me laugh, sorry, I never fucking think in advance about this. Do you have an answer? You go first.
I do have an answer actually,
Please go.
and
You go.
your you mentioning GLP-1s made me think of my answer,
Okay.
which is the thing that's making me laugh still is the exchange you and I had yesterday about brands. Okay. I'm gonna
That
read.
was truly, I need you to know it was the best gift. When I tell you, I was like Christmas morning energy, sitting on the train, getting that text, and just hammering out responses to you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you for that.
I so this was yesterday. It's very fresh. And to set the scene for you, we both have busy days going on, okay? And are doing our own separate things. And we're in the middle of a text exchange, I think. Oh, you had been listening to a voice note I had left you. And I was sitting writing, and I was just sort of like free writing. And I wrote a page of something and decided to text it to you. And this is what you're saying is the greatest gift that I could have given Christmas morning energy. I'll just
Hmm.
go ahead and read it.
Mm.
Products I've been asked to do brand deals for. CBD tinctures. This is all true, by the way. This is all real. And some of these I have done. That
Yes.
if you go back in the archives of my social media, you'll see, or in my old podcast. Okay, CBD tinctures. First ever. That was a fun one. Feminist slogan t-shirts, teeth whitening strips, vibrators, G-spot massagers, clitoral suction massagers, ethical porn subscriptions, CBD lube, adaptogen drink mixes, underwear subscription, size inclusive, whitening toothpaste, protein powder, GLP-1 weight loss drugs, workout supplements, a quote social gaming platform. This was an online casino, online gambling. That one was yesterday. And finally, the one that inspired me to write the list, protein Pop Tarts. So immediately, so first of all, I just send this apropos of nothing, like, here's this, react to it however.
Which, by the way, it was a picture of what you had written this down in a notebook. So it was your handwriting and everything. It was very lovely to me. I was like, because anytime you send me a picture of something I need, I'm like it's like that's already exciting, right?
It also is, I'm not a big sharer of my writing.
It's
As you
I
know, I'm
know.
not, I have a lot of feelings about it. Writing is a very personal practice to me, so sharing
Hmm.
any of my writing is pretty rare. There are also people
Hmm.
who hearing this podcast who will know this, who will be like, yes, it is. Um, so there's that. So that's part of kind of probably what's behind it is like, oh my God.
Yeah, truly. Oh, 100%. Like I am your creative life partner.
That's right.
And
That's right.
and I have only seen like three things you've ever written.
That's right. That's right.
And we are one whole year in. Actually about a year and a month coming up in a couple weeks.
This is
Um,
oh my God. This is a very Scorpio thing about me too, is that like,
mm,
this is an area of my life where I'm like there's a lot where I'm not super private or secretive. This is like a private, secretive area.
it's well, I think too, um, I used to be more private about the way I wrote.
Yeah.
Ed, shout out Ed, was really the inspiration for me being like, fuck it, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Like, and like, not everyone, but like, I'm just like, yeah, this is what I'm working on, you know?
Yeah.
Now, there are some people who instantly jump into editing my stuff,
Fuck no.
and I get very activated by that. So, for those people who I love dearly, if I send them anything, I'm very explicit that they're like, oh, what are you writing? And I'll be like, well, I'm happy to share, but to be clear, I'm not looking for input right now. I'll let you know when I am.
Yeah.
Because I am at some point, like when I'm done with something, I'm like, great, now
Sure.
tell me, you know, and I usually will be even more specific. Like, here's an area that I'm not liking the sentence. I'm wanting to
Yeah.
reframe this. Do you have any thoughts there? That kind of thing.
Hmm.
I really don't like someone giving unsolicited feedback to my writing.
Do you see me literally doing vagus nerve massage as you're
Maybe why you don't like
describing?
sharing.
Oh my God. I just like, and it's because I have had instances where I share something with somebody, and I do think much of the time it's so well intentioned,
Oh, it always,
but
these
like,
are people who love me. I'm clear.
oh,
Yes.
but when I share
Yeah.
something and immediately the response is edits,
Oh.
I also like, I mean, it's,
Hmm.
the writing practice too, it feels very tied to therapy for me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
right now I am imagining a new project. We haven't talked about it
Mm.
yet. I'm not going to talk about it in depth, but there is a project that is an intermingling of therapy and writing that I'm doing.
Mm.
And so it's like, it also like the idea of thinking about having feedback or edits on that makes my skin crawl, because it's like so much about
It's your experience.
my lived experience. But anyway, but this was like,
Yes.
this is also a thing that I feel like there have been occasions where I've like one off been like, oh my God, I just got a, brand email from, Protein Pop Tarts. Should they? Hi, Tony. Hi. Oh, my sweet angel. Um, she's been in a lot of my pictures lately that I look back on, like, you know, years in the past on this date kind of photos. And there have been a lot of her with the youngest child that are
Oh.
very cute that I need to send you. Anyway, but yeah, no, like, I'll like share with you one off, like, oh, look at this weird brand that wants to do it.
Sure.
I got one a couple weeks ago that was um like Colgate, like toothpaste.
You're like, I'm a crust bitch. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm loyal to Tom's of Maine, actually. Um, no, but like, so this wasn't necessarily so much of that, but it is like something just I've been talking about writing out, but I just wrote it out and then I just sent it to you because why not? But your
Sure.
immediate response, and this is why I said, "Oh, this is why you are my creative soulmate," is the language I used, because your immediate response to that was to launch into like hilarious like fake ads, like how you would do ads for these. So I have to read my favorite
Please go
ones.
for it.
I mean, they're all my favorite, but um ever ever shit your pants while checking the mail? Fear not. A fresh pair of undies is waiting for you. Tired of the shame spiral after watching porn that crushes your values and your soul? Introducing ethical porn. Oh my God. Tired of the men in your life hardwiring their heart on to horrible shit in gnarly porn? We all are. Make the world safer. Dump him and gift him ethical porn as a parting gift.
That one I was really proud of.
I
And
just
it's a kind of like truly good advice.
and feels like a great tie-in with our
Dumb.
future, like
Yes.
supporting
Yes.
supporting
Hmm.
people to their divorce. It's like like baby birds like getting pushed out of the
Oh
nest.
my God. That's why I should get a law degree. This whole time I thought it was for like immigration. And yes, I could do
Oh
that
my
too.
God. Oh
But
my
what
God.
if
Oh my
I'm
God.
like
Oh my
an
God.
immigration support lawyer and a divorce attorney specifically for women getting the fuck out?
And then this is our like professional future together is
Yes.
that yeah, okay. Great. So you're going to law school.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So that exchange we had yesterday was what made me laugh. Have you thought now of
That's pretty
something
good.
that made you laugh?
Uh, uh, let's see. Um, no, but I did really
Wow.
like that exchange. I made myself laugh during that. And I just thought, man, I did have a thought that like I want us to do ads for things we actually like, but we can do them funny because they're not real, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and because we're always like facetiously being like, shout out so and so, not a sponsor, you know? But
Hmm.
like we could like cut little spots and like little things we think of during the week, we could just record to each other in a voice note. And then I could cut that in if
That's
we're like,
fun.
you're in your day and you're like, oh, I really do love the chia flax mix I have. Like, let me just record a little thing about it and then send it to me and I can cut it in.
I love it. I love this. Yeah.
Ads should be artful. It's like driving me crazy because I will say I was listening to a podcast. I'm listening to too many podcasts. It's just I am definitely listening to a fuck ton of podcasts. That's all to say. There's ads on all of them and they're all the fucking same and they're all stupid. Dude, also I got an ad recently for a thing called The Tower. Yeah.
Number
And it's
one, don't love the tarot connection. Number two,
I don't love the tarot connection and also real talk. I think it's like a gamified ripoff uh of Kafka because in the castle, he's trying to, the whole point is that sorry, spoiler alert if you're going to read Kafka's The Castle, which I highly recommend. It's one of the best books ever written. Um,
are we doing spoiler alerts for Kafka? Is
yes,
that
yes, we are.
okay? Okay.
Uh, Spoiler
Great.
alert, he never gets to the castle. Okay. Uh, much like most Kafka novels, it's a lot of edging. So you're never actually going to get where you think you're going to get.
Yeah.
There will never be satisfaction. Um, it's almost like he was a Jewish person watching the takeover of his land.
Hmm.
Wow, yeah, interesting. Anyhow, but like there is like a tower that his character is just constantly trying to get to. And in this video game, it's like something about like reach the tower. And you could just tell by even the like ad that it was like a collective game and you're never going to get there because you're going to have to pay for each barrier. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that you owe any descendants of Kafka money. I'm not sure who those people might be or if they even exist, but I'm pretty sure that's Kafka's castle put into a
Yep.
game.
Listen,
Um,
anything for capitalism, right?
I've been really struggling. I mean, you got that ranty voice. So for our listeners, for the 19th,
Go ahead and fill the 19 in. Let's bring them up to speed.
earlier this week, AJ sent me truly just I even commented, I was like, one of the most delightful voice notes ever. You were in great spirits, bubbly and fun and laughing and just like bopping around from bird to bird and like thought to thought. And it was great, you know? And
Whimsical.
yeah, it was just delightful. And somehow by the end of it, I respond, morning, yeah, I'm walking to get my coffee. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just like really overwhelmed with all of it. Like, we're just becoming not human. I had to download another authenticator app and I want to die. And so, downloading an authenticator app pushed me to suicidal ideation yet again. Um, and it really, I mean, those feelings are very real and they haven't really gone away because I'm just like, I oh my God, I just realized my laptop's open in front of me. I didn't even notice. That's how much I'm not a person. Oh my God,
The laptop has become just a normal fixture
see,
of
that
the
doesn't feel
space.
good. That doesn't feel good. And
Yeah, dude.
I don't, I don't like that like sitting beside me is like a pile of fucking cords to 5,000 goddamn things. And
Yep.
I'm just, I'm just over it. Why? For
Yep.
what?
Yep.
For fucking what? Um, and so anyway, that's the kind of stuff that AJ has to deal with is sending me something delightful and me responding with like 15 minutes on how everything's going to shit. And it's unfair that I had to download this update.
I mean, I too am tired of the like endless like download another app, sign in with your password. Oh, we're going to email you a confirmation code, you know? Like
Ooh.
um it's exhausting. It's
The event I
exhausting.
went to last night, I was pretty insufferable. And for the people like at the check-in or registration or like whatever,
Yeah.
because I had a ticket and I forwarded myself all from my work email to my personal email because I don't keep any work stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
Um, except the fucking authenticator apps that I have to get into my work shit on my work computer. It's
Yeah.
so stupid. Which I have for this job, I have two authenticator apps, but I had to download another one for a grant that I filled out because the grant application required that you either have the Google or Microsoft Authenticator app, which I didn't have those. I only have Salesforce and Duo. And um anyway, so I I had forwarded my personal email the event information and I get there and they're like, "Okay, we need to scan your ticket." And I was like, I pull up the email and I'm like looking, I'm like, "Well, I don't here's the receipt and everything. I don't see the ticket." And they're like, "Oh, you have to click that link." I click it and then it's like, "Okay, log in or create an account." And I'm not kidding. I said, "I am so excited to be at this event. However, I simply can't. I cannot do more.
No, we will not be
Is there
downloading
an
another app.
option to get a paper fucking ticket? Because I am done." I also walked in the rain to this event, so I'm covered and like I'm drenched, and I'm covered in water. I'm covered in it,
I'm just
just
covered in it.
everywhere.
It's just covered in water.
This water from the sky. What the fuck?
Ugh, sky water. The worst.
Do you buy sky water?
Uh,
Um, yeah. So I mean, it took like they had to send me to three different people. I mean, it was bananas. I was like, I literally, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that I can't use the internet anymore, but I've hit the threshold, you know? I think the part too that's really difficult is, I've talked to you about my executive functioning is diminishing by the minute and has been in rapid decline for probably 4 years. And and the more we add technology, the more
Yep.
executive functioning is required for
Yep.
every task of your day. So
Yep.
like I'm trying to do this tax thing and pay the state of New York, and it's like there's 5,000 things with that I have to figure out. And I don't know. It's all too much and stupid and just inhuman. It's inhuman. Like
Yeah.
I Tony is pawing my medical records over here and now laying on them.
She's
She
like,
apparently
did you see this one result? I'm a little concerned about this number.
I'm concerned about your vitamin D. Um,
Your iodine's a little low for my liking.
um, oh, the other update for the 19. Um, why don't you give them this update that about our weekend plans?
Oh man. I was like,
Oh man,
first of all, I was like, what update? What's going on? Okay. Ugh, this update sucks. So
it does
here's
indeed.
the update. Spirit Airlines doesn't exist anymore, as you may have heard. And guess who was planning on traveling here on Spirit Airlines?
Me?
It wasn't me. I'm here already. It was Adriana. So our visit this weekend is not going to happen. But the good news is that we are no longer going to test the universe. It's become pretty clear that the universe is saying no to you traveling to me, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
The messaging is strong,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think when we plan my next trip to New York, we're gonna have to do a tarot pool before we even discuss dates. We're gonna have to do a tarot pool.
You know, yeah, yeah, I think that probably would be wise. But no, I am planning to come visit you in a couple
Yay!
weeks instead. So that's the new plan. And we're gonna see if it's the universe conspiring to keep us apart
Mm.
or just to keep you out of New York.
I am. I don't like either,
No, I don't like either, but
but I can
I
tolerate. I can tolerate one. I can't tolerate the other. I'll say that right now. The universe and I are going to have to fight. And I know you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to embrace and accept, but that simply isn't going to work for me.
I think it's totally fine and normal for
Do
you to
you
have
need
beef with the universe.
clearly at this point, the
Is
universe
Tony
has beef with
reading?
me. I'm clearing out the windowsill for her.
Okay.
Oh, here's one of the little things that's coming to you for Mother's Day.
Oh,
And
cute.
and your Mother's Day card is over here, the basket.
Aw.
And then there's the box of shit out there that is apparently just sitting for for the 19. You're listening to this and on I don't know whatever day, but we're recording it the Friday before Mother's Day. And AJ and Laura's Mother's Day shit is still sitting in my house. So you do the math if you think it'll get there on time.
You never know. Maybe if we send it on Spirit Airlines, it probably will. I think that's fine.
I'm
Um,
truly just like, yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for you to come visit, obviously. I still am like a bit bratty about this weekend. Um, I'm additionally bratty about it because I was gonna try to figure out going to like nature or something, but with this, what are we doing, babe? What is it we want out of life right now? What would make us happy? There's a lot of fidgeting happening on my
big
lap right now.
questions.
We can't really. She has like the cutest freckle on the inside of one of her ears. It's one of
Yes.
my favorite spots that she has. Like that and the blonde paw are just like,
Yes. They're the
and the
best.
blonde
Supreme.
eyebrows. I'm just like, yeah, hi baby.
She's such a pretty girl.
She is gorgeous. Um, well, okay, so I was gonna try to go into the nature, but I don't think I want to spend extra money this weekend because I do have to pay the state of New York, and
Ugh.
God knows when my claim with TurboTax will go through. Um, I do think I'll get some money back from them. But it's like I don't know when that'll happen, you know. So I'm gonna have to pay New York before then. And while I don't have the $2,400 that my amended return says I owe that much, they're claiming I owe $2,790. It's in review right now. I don't know, but I have to call them today and be like, so today's the day that the payment is due. I want to do a payment plan, but because this is in review, I can't request a payment plan.
Yeah.
So do I actually have to pay it? And I
Yeah.
literally can't make a payment. I'm like, so
I mean,
but like penalties are accruing this whole time.
my instinct is know that like if you have responded
Yeah.
and are engaging with the process, my instinct is no. But I also, I mean, I don't know.
You
We
said
know,
engaging with the process. Oh my God. The number of the number of links on the New York State tax website that you click that it says, click here to find out this or to do this. And you get there and it's 404, page not found.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I say all of that knowing like the process is a mess and
It's a fucking
it's
mess.
not but I do
Oh,
you're doing what you need to do to be able to say and prove like I am doing the process I'm supposed to do. I submitted
oh,
this for review on this day. I know you, so I know you're keeping receipts for everything.
I've screenshotted
Of
everything.
course you
And
have.
even all of the chats with TurboTax, I went
Good.
back and screenshotted. I have 40 screenshots of every single chat with the date and the time on all of them.
Another premium subscriber benefit, by the way, should be your phone photo, like your photo.
My
Yeah,
anxiety in photos. This is a mentally unwell person.
it just like I there is something about the way we use photos that is so interesting in the
Mm-hmm.
digital age with like, because it's like, oh, you have
Mm.
80,000 pictures in your camera roll. Like, what is that? Like, are they all pictures of the kids? Sure, but like I went today to look at all my photos from May 8th in the past, and one of them was a photo of brown water that was coming out of my sink to send to the landlord. And it's like that's not a photo that's like, oh, what a
Hey, that's
special
not.
memory I want to capture. This is a photo that I used as evidence to like accomplish something I needed to accomplish, right? This is like a different kind of memory.
It is really our photos are memories and litigiousness.
Yeah, proof.
Yeah.
A blue
Um,
jay.
oh,
Sorry.
really?
Yeah.
Aw.
They're really big when they come up close. It's like I never realize until I see them like next to a
Hmm.
cardinal that I'm like, "Oh, blue jays are pretty big."
Tony is feeling very lovey right now. So lovey that I feel like he might actually want to kill something because you know how when cats get too affectionate at some point they're like, I'm ready to kill now. Let's see if she's I got Toy out and now we're happy again. It was
Oh my
Toy that she
God.
wanted this whole time.
It
I was like, I have a feeling you want to kill something, actually.
it was toy that she
It
wanted.
was Toy. It was Toy. Do you remember? Oh, okay, here's something that still makes me laugh to this day because I still have the same wand that I got when Tony first moved in. And when you and I were sitting, hanging out, just like delirious laughing. Like we were laughing, laughing, laughing all night. That's all we could do. And at one point, you grabbed this and held it in my face like this and said, which fish are you?
I forgot about that.
I still think, I mean, because I play with her every day, I think of it every fucking day.
Which one are
Which
you?
fish are you? So serious.
Wait. Okay, I have two things. One,
Uh-huh.
I have something that I have to tell you that I think is really going to make you laugh. And then two, I do have a question, and it
Okay.
doesn't have to be a long answered question.
Once again, I can never remember whose turn it is, so I'm glad you remembered. Go
At this
ahead.
point, it doesn't matter. Um, Number one, the story. So I'm going to tell this anonymized. Um,
Anonymized. What a title for something.
okay, sorry. This is related. I just got a voicemail that's related to um, story I'm about to tell you. So, as you know, I already told you this part, but one of my children yesterday had a medical issue that involved their butthole. And everything's fine. This child is fine, but they were having some pain. And so when I came home at the end of the day yesterday, after having been away from this child, I was checking in on them and saying, and I just like sort of casually said, like, hey, how are you feeling? How's your butthole? And this child responded immediately without missing a beat, mine's fine. How's your butthole?
My God. The perfect comedian. I'm obsessed.
Mine's fine.
Obsessed.
How's your butthole? But it was very much with
Of
that,
course.
like, how's your butthole? How's your butthole? Mine's fine. How's yours? Um, what I wanted to ask you, this is totally unrelated to buttholes, by the way.
Oh, that's
Um,
disappointing.
Hopefully it's
What
unrelated
if
to
your
buttholes.
question was, how is your bow?
How, Adriana, how's your butthole today?
A little clenched. We're a little tight.
Oh God.
I'd say moderate
Perpetually
clenching.
clench, moderate
Moderate
clench.
clenching today.
Um, I have a friend who I will talk about like, oh, that's something being like a butthole clenching moment. And she'll always then her immediate response is like, oh yeah, I was kegling hard.
Amazing.
Just
Amazing.
okay. Okay. What is your favorite field trip you've ever been on and why?
Oh my God, what a good question.
Thanks.
What a good question.
Thought
I
of it myself.
love it. I love it. What, man? What is it? Um, hmm.
I don't think Tony's gonna know your favorite field trip, Adriana.
She's very on me right now. She's bored. She's like, what are we doing today? I'm gonna be awake for another 30 minutes. What are we doing? And it is very much her vibe, but she's like, I'm awake, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
And with the sun coming up earlier or like mornings being brighter, she too is rising. And she's got a lot to say,
Listen,
and there is no stopping her. Um, I really don't know what you want, dear. Um, anyway, okay, favorite field trip. Let me focus. Uh, I do just want to acknowledge that earlier Tony walked up onto my desk and went for my coffee just to like rub her face on my straw, which I would prefer she not do.
well,
So
sure.
I like scooped her from the back like long ways like this, And I every time I go to pick her up, she has like passive protest and collapses. It's very funny. And she did it then too, like just like a little torpedo full body weight. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Heck no, I won't go. It's what
Exactly right.
Tony says.
Exactly right.
I shall not be moved. Um, anyway, sorry. Um, okay. Hmm, hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say a few, okay, that are just
Okay.
memorable. Like, I'm
Okay.
struggling with favorite, but Indianapolis has a really good children's museum, like a
Yes.
famously good one. And I would say it's less of a museum and more of a center for like, it's not super exhibition oriented. It's more like active engagement things that kids can do. And it's educational still, for the most part. But there was a field trip there. Even when I'm saying that, I'm lying. I don't remember it. I just am pretty sure there had to have been. And I know that like the Children's Museum was an exciting thing.
Yeah.
Um, so let me actually shift and say one that I can remember because I don't remember childhood stuff, so I'm gonna have to go with older. Um, the Indiana Repertory Theater, IRT in Indianapolis.
Hmm.
Um, we went and saw a few plays in high school that were really cool. Um, we saw Romeo and Juliet and like a like contemporary interpretation that was weird. I mean, it was, I would say, not amazing. No, like as an adult, not amazing.
Yeah.
But uh as a teen, I just remember I remember it being interesting, being like, oh, you can do that? Like you can like play with things and like reimagine them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we also saw Midsummer Night's Dream,
Mm,
which is just such a fucked up but beautiful, like aesthetically play, at least the version we saw, was really just uh stunningly done.
yeah.
Um, and I think about that sometimes as an adult who understands a little more about how like performance and stuff works. Like as a kid, it didn't register to me that these people are working right now.
Yeah.
Like there is a job of being like people are actors who aren't on TV
Yeah.
and who aren't on Broadway.
Yeah.
And um statistically, I think most actors actually are in that bucket.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it I do wish that like some adult would have like connected those dots
Mm,
and said like, see, this is an option, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
And like someone designed this set and someone is doing the lighting right now and
Yeah.
someone's coordinating their tour and like there's so many roles that go into making the arts possible. Um yeah. I I remember the IRT and I also real talk was the first time that I have a memory of seeing an unhoused person
Oh,
like visibly unhoused
yeah.
in Indianapolis. And that actually, that person's face is burned in my brain to this day
Mm,
of them sitting on the sidewalk outside the IRT. And I was sitting on the bus looking out the window at them. And I was just like, what is going on?
yeah.
And like, and I will say, even as a kid, even then, I remember like, because, I grew up in a place where often it was suggested that like any adult in a bad situation, it must be their fault.
Mm,
And, or like they could be doing something about it and they're not. And even as I will say, even as a teen, I remember being suspect of that.
mm,
I was
yeah.
like, it's
Seems
like,
weird that anyone would choose this, but okay.
right, yeah, truly. I was like,
Yeah.
it didn't look like he was having a load of laughs there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And because I also had this like sense of how lucky I was to be born into the situation I was, just based
Yeah.
on the other kids that I knew. And
Yeah.
like when I went to their houses for sleepovers or met their parents and they were terrible or whatever, that I was like, as a kid, I understood that there's just injustice in how the cards are dealt. And so I think in my teenage brain, seeing that person, I was like, not all things are choice. Like, and that's pretty much as far as I could get with it because I had no one to educate me on like equity or justice or anything like that. But that's definitely a memory I have of a field trip. Um, I do remember one younger one in fourth grade. We went to Corydon, Indiana, which is the original state capital of Indiana. It's
Okay.
in southern Indiana. It's in Brown County, which is like a vacation place for some Midwesterners because it's like woodsy and there's like bud shops and
Yeah.
that kind of vibe. Nashville, Indiana is like one of the main towns there.
Mm.
Santa Claus, Indiana with Holiday World, all of that's in that
Oh
same
yeah.
area. Yeah. But Corydon is was the original capital. It's got a ton of limestone and caves. So we got to go into these caves and like see limestone and just learn about limestone and the history of how the capital moved to Indianapolis um and also I remember we got to go to a glass blowing place and got to watch people do glass blowing, which is very fun and cool.
That fucking rules.
Yeah. Um so Yeah, I'd say IRT and Corydon are probably the two. I didn't go on, like, there was the Washington, D.C. trip. I did not go. There was the Chicago trip. I did not go. Those were overnight ones that I was like, I have no interest in doing anything overnight with any of my peers. Um, so I happily sat those out. Um, and if you didn't go, there are like three of us that didn't go, just got to watch movies at school all day. So it's pretty rad. Everyone felt bad for us. So, you know. Like these poor little losers. I was like,
Oh,
I'm having a great time.
you're like, I feel like I won in this
And
scenario, actually.
what about you? What's your field trip memory lane look like?
Well, so it's interesting. I have like two like standouts that come up for me. One is so in my school there was the big every year of we had like a lower elementary school and an upper elementary school that was third, fourth, and fifth grade. And there was a
Mm.
different like big field trip every year.
Mm.
And third grade, the trip was to Indianapolis,
Oh,
to the Children's Museum. And
mm.
then fourth grade was a trip to Chicago,
Yep.
um,
Okay.
to the Museum of Science and Industry. And then I think we went to the John Hancock building.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And then uh, fifth grade was a trip to Springfield.
Mm.
Um, fourth grade was, I think, the elite trip of the whole thing.
Sure, sure.
I always thought. That was also that taking that trip was, I think, a moment for me of, oh, I want to live in a big city,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which I assumed would be Chicago because that was the closest one to me.
Sure. Winesburg, Ohio. The Midwest dream is Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so but it was a fun trip. I really liked that trip. I liked trips where there were long bus rides because I was
Mm.
like I liked talking to my friends on the bus. I liked
Mm.
the like listening to music and looking out the window, kind of like sharing headphones with somebody.
Cute.
I was somebody who as a kid that I always there was always a crush. Like leading up to when I started dating, I was always in a relationship.
Sure.
I have
Yep.
been pretty continuously since like middle school. But leading up to that in elementary school, there was always someone I had a crush on. And so it was always a like,
Yeah,
will
yeah,
I
yeah.
get to have an interaction with my crush on this trip? And on the fourth grade trip, I did. So, and I remember sharing headphones and listening to Nelly Furtado.
Yes, of course, naturally.
Because that is around the time that I'm Like a Bird was
And
like
you were like a bird.
I
You're gonna fly away.
let me tell you what, that shit comes back full circle. Here I
I don't know
am.
where my home is.
Here I am 25 years later, and all I care about is birds, really, at the end of the day. I am like a bird in more ways than one. So there was that trip. And but the other one that came to mind was in 12th grade, was senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Um the everyone who took physics, AP
Mm.
physics, got to take a trip at the end of the year to Six Flags. And
Whoa.
yeah,
To learn
which
about
are
roller coasters or what?
well, I mean like there
Yeah,
is
yeah.
conceivably the physics element of
Yeah, that's
how,
what I mean. That's what I
but
mean.
yeah, so that was kind of like the justification for why it was a school trip.
Amazing. Uh-huh.
But we didn't like, we were like,
Yeah.
oh, our teacher was Mr. Potter. It was like, is there like an assignment we have to do with this? And he was like, fuck no, we're just going to Six Flags, celebrate being done with high school.
That's amazing.
So we went on that trip, but that trip was also where I have a really lovely memory of that trip, spending a lot of time with a new to me at that time friend who would go on to become my romantic partner and then my fiance for a time, no longer.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
but
you're not
that's
still engaged to that person?
I'm not.
Oh, weird.
I'm not engaged actually. I
Oh,
am
weird.
married and to someone different.
Oh, to a wife, right? Sorry, how can I forget?
Married to a wife. No, but my dear friend Nat, who I was going to say who I was briefly engaged to, not brief, years, several years. Um, we first like got close and became friends around the end of senior year of high school, despite having
Mm,
gone to middle school and high school together. And yeah, on that trip sat with each other and like hung out with each other and like really got to know each other that day. So that's like the primary. All of my
mm,
memories of field trips are the bus rides.
interesting. That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I really remember any of the bus rides. I remember feeling weird that the bus, because to get to Indianapolis from our town, you have to get on Interstate 70. And my family, you can see our house from Interstate 70. And I hated seeing my house and knowing I wasn't going home.
Mm,
That felt weird to me. I was like, I don't understand why I'm not going home. This is not great. Oh,
mm.
wait, I do have a memory of the Children's Museum, and it is on the bus. Okay, we went to the Children's Museum. My mom was the chaperone and
Love.
or was one of the parent chaperones, and um they had made a rule that we weren't allowed to get anything from the gift shop because like not everyone could. So they were just like, we're just not gonna exit through the gift shop. That's it.
Yep.
And this other kid who was with us who was um pretty wealthy for our town anyway. Um, their parent had also come on this trip, and they were sitting in front of us, and they were going through all of their shit that they bought at the gift shop on the bus, and I was like, "Mom, it's not fair. Like they got to do that." And my mom, this is so Midwestern, was like, "That's because some people believe the rules don't apply to them, Adriana." And then that kid's parent was like, put everything back, put it in the bag.
Fuck yeah. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh, see, one, I love that. Amazing. Two, I do feel like, I do a version of that as well, to like now,
Yeah,
currently. That's a it's a
100%.
it's a Midwestern part of me. The like usually it's because one of my children is observing someone not following the rules.
Hmm.
And they'll be like, but they're breaking a rule. Like, why are they doing that? And I'm like, that person's an adult, and adults get to decide whether they're going to follow the rules or not. So they're making a decision.
With consequences. With consequences.
No, they're not making a very safe choice, are they? Oh my God, some people think the rules don't apply to them. That's right.
Uh-huh.
Some people do think that.
And I
Some
mean,
bullshit.
she wasn't wrong. These people did have that sensation about them,
Oh
clearly,
yeah.
because they decided to completely ignore the rules. And yeah, I think sensorily, or sensorily, how would you say that? Like my sensory memory, there we go,
There we go. Yeah.
of like child of field trips is the excitement that I got a Lunchable packed,
Hell yeah. Oh
because
yeah.
Lunchables weren't like a staple for us in our lunch boxes or anything. and especially there was two types of Lunchables, the little plastic ones. So if we did get them in our lunch, it was the little plastic one, not the expanded cut that had a dessert item and a Capri Sun.
Expanded cut. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Um, and for field trips, we got that one. And
Yeah.
holy shit,
Interesting how the like social piece feels like it plays into something like a field trip. It's like,
totally.
are you excited to go be doing something out of the ordinary with your peers? Is that fun? Is the idea of like
Yes.
unsupervised? I think it's also like school to me always was so much like we're always doing something. There was never enough
Mm,
like unstructured like just hang
mm.
out and talk time.
Yes, yes, that's right.
And so to me like the bus becomes that. Whereas
Yes.
but so it becomes it's like, is that appealing or is that kind of
Yeah,
like, I could really do without the extra unstructured time with my with
totally.
my colleagues.
Yeah, field trips were I don't know. I I was also in a model legislature. Um, we didn't have model UN, we had model legislature, which to our county's credit is more practical than model UN, which like
Sure.
the
Yeah.
odds of you working for the UN are very slim, but the odds of becoming a legislator and understanding how that all works is quite significant.
Yeah.
And I do remember that um, senior year we got to go to the Indiana State House and actually legislate, sitting in
Cool.
the chairs and like make cases and everything and make arguments. Um, and guess here, let me put a little timestamp on my age here. Guess what we were legislating?
What?
Should we be allowed to smoke on airplanes?
And you were like, yes, God damn it. We
I think
should.
I was. I think I probably was. Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, my belief systems were fairly libertarian at the time. So I was
Mm,
like, we shouldn't have seatbelt laws. We shouldn't have smoking laws. Which there is part of me that still is like, the business should decide if they want to be a smoking establishment or not. Like, I don't really care because like then I
sure.
can decide if I want to go there or not. That's fine.
Sure.
Um, and Nashville had smoking bars the whole time I was there, and there were some days that I was like, yeah, I want to smoke, and I'm happy to be in a smoky place. And then there were other times that I was like, I want to smoke, but I don't feel like being in a smoky place, so I'm not going to that bar today.
Sure.
And um, but uh, but yeah, my views were very like I mean, they were just inherited from all the adults around me being like, they're not going to tell me I have to wear a seatbelt. Like, if it's my choice if I want to die, like, okay.
Yeah. It's very like Ron Swanson in that one
Yep.
episode where
Yep.
he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have this cigar and this huge
This
steak.
bourbon and the steak. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
That's
then the
right.
guy comes up and is like,
And
"Sir, you
you
can't
can't smoke
smoke in
it.
here."
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That was, I mean, now I'm just like, I couldn't give a shit. I also, what I will say about smoking legislation is that I'm like, I don't think it was the highest priority.
No.
And I wish we would have focused on some other shit. Uh, but here we are, and you know, the anti-smoking campaigns did their job. I just wish that they would have picked like, I don't know, anti-racism instead.
Oh my
So
God, right? Why can we get where are the anti-smoking people now? Let's get them on the anti-racism stuff.
it's when I was smoking, just the number of people outside of like a comedy show that would be like, "You smoke?" And like, I love when people tell me that it's bad for me. I'm like, "You're kidding. I had no idea."
People really enjoy finding ways to like feel superior to others.
I know I don't.
It's an interesting. Well, you
I have
never
never,
have. No,
I've never felt righteous.
I know that about you. And because I similarly am deeply humble, um, I that no, fun fact about me, I once did a strengths inventory. I believe it's the I think VIA is the name of it, but it takes a list of 24 strengths and it ranks them. So it's different from like Strengths
Strength
Finder, which
Finder. Yeah.
gives you like your top however many themes or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
This
hate Strength
one,
Finder.
this one ranks them
Not a
all,
sponsor.
not sponsored. Um, this one like ranks them all. So you have not only your top couple of them, which is
Uh-huh.
great,
Uh-huh.
but you also have your lowest ones. And first of all, my number one strength, appreciation of beauty and excellence. Have you ever heard a truer
Oh,
fucking thing in your entire life? I was like, this is
I
real.
love that.
This
Yeah.
is real. My lowest, number 24 on the list, humility. Yeah. So that was like that.
Does
Yeah.
that feel accurate to you?
This is, yeah, hell yeah.
It's hilarious.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling very defensive of you right now that I don't think that humility is a low strength for you.
I mean, more that I will say, I want to say, I think it's funny. And I do think that I at times like I don't prioritize being humble. I mean, I think I experienced something like that as a, you know this, not something I like live my life by
Oh,
or,
obviously.
define myself with, but something that is an interesting like reflection of how I've answered questions
Mm-hmm.
that they've
Mm-hmm.
asked me.
Mm-hmm.
And humility is not really a something that I value in
Right.
myself or
That, see,
prioritize.
and that is what makes sense to me is that
So,
I think that humility is not necessarily a strength for most people that we like for most people that you and I would interact with and enjoy. I don't, I actually would like several of the people in my life to be less humble.
I mean, yeah, I think
And
and that's and which is a reflection of our values, right? Because that's
exactly,
true for
right.
both of us. Like I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily yeah, but I think some people don't see appreciating beauty as a strength either.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it is like I interact with it, I think more in a way of similar to what you're describing.
Like
Like,
a values assessment. Yeah.
yeah, or just like a way to think about like, oh, does this match up with what feels important to me?
Right.
Or
Right.
are these
Yeah.
things that I can like
Yeah.
build on in where I'm focused and like would feel good?
Totally.
Um, I have to
Yeah.
pee so
That's
bad.
fine. I also have to like get off at some point soonish. Let me
No.
see when I have to do that.
See when you have to do that while I pee.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, a break that AJ took. So what do you think I should do with my non-New York time that I'm about to have? Because I'm still staying off Monday and Tuesday.
I think you should. Hmm. I think you should plan to go experience some nature.
Hmm.
Is there a good like place within driving distance to you for like a hike or
You know, I was thinking about bopping into Wisconsin, like a 2 hour drive.
okay.
Um, and
Bless
excuse
you.
me, that was a big one. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I was thinking about a 2 hour bop into Wisconsin, or I might, I've never been to Starved Rock and I've always wanted to go.
Ooh, love that.
Um, so I might go there. I'm feeling a little like I was excited also for like friend time, like obviously specifically with you, but I was like
Yeah.
excited to have unstructured time with a friend.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little like, I don't know. I wish that I could like bop around with someone. But yeah, I think I'm also going to do some clothes shopping because I have an event in a couple weeks and I'm like, I just need to have an outfit that I can like rely on for these events that I apparently am gonna have to keep going to. What's keeping you alive?
I finally ID'd the trees in my backyard.
Oh, shut up. What are they? Tell me more.
Yes. Okay. So the one that I thought was the most
Treaty. Sorry. That's the name of this podcast.
No, the name of this podcast is How's Your Butthole? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. We have, as we talked about, I think you and I had talked about my theory that one of them was a mulberry.
Yes.
It
Were you
is,
accurate? Okay, good.
correct.
Got it. Hmm.
So we've got a big mulberry tree that has bittersweet growing on it, which is like a
Oh,
vine.
yes. Yeah.
These are things I didn't know. I'm still very much a novice. I'm learning about trees. And then we have,
We have a bunch of those where, well, my sister and parents have a bunch of mulberry trees and like the typical vines that grow on them. So yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've got going on. So that's kind of like that's a lower tree that's closer to
Mm,
our building, and it's like
okay.
has the sort of like very, very big canopy that like hangs down
Mm,
kind of like an umbrella.
hmm
And
hmm.
then we have two taller trees. One is a Siberian elm,
Oh,
and the other is a Norway maple.
my God, you're very Scandinavian over here.
Clearly. Yeah, so I'm learning about the trees, and that they are all very, very popular insect and bird hangouts, especially the mulberry tree because of the
Sure.
berries.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so anyway, that's been exciting. I was walking around the park this morning with the New York City tree map, kind of like, wait, what's
Nice.
this one?
Yes.
What's this one? Um,
That's so cool.
so that was really fun. So I don't know, I'm continuing my relationship with the natural world and trying to just like enjoy this season of, the like walking down Eastern Parkway. And, one of my kids was commenting the other day, like, I love when all the trees have their leaves. And so it's like really,
Mm,
really shaded on the parkway and like, when the sun shines through them and stuff.
it's so beautiful.
Um, those are also moments of like, oh, yes, this is my child.
Yes. Yes.
At the end of the day. Um, like, oh, this all that same phenomenon also happened with the toddler the other day. Laura texted me from bedtime with the toddler and said, "Oh my God, this is your child." And I said, "What?" And she said she's reading me this book. This book is called Knuffle Bunny, which if folks may be familiar if you have children, but it's a book about a child who loses their beloved stuffy and is really upset and sad, and then the dad finds it and they're happy again. Um, and in the story, the when they got to the part where the child is sad because they've lost their toy, the toddler says, "Oh, I feel it. I feel how sad they are. I felt sad when it was some other toy. Oh, the squeaky chicken. We had one of those screamy like rubber chickens." But the point being, she said, "Oh, I feel it."
That's amazing.
Like, yes. Signs that your parent works in a healing profession.
I mean, I also just love that. I'm like, I mean, it doesn't surprise me also that she's like also a seer.
Oh,
And
yeah, big
you know what
time.
I mean? Like, I feel like that uh, the sensitivity of an empath in multiple spheres of life,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these are things keeping me alive. What about you?
Aw, so sweet. Um, what's keeping me alive is uh I did some really cool like little house projects last weekend. So as the 19 may remember, I had a giant stack of books upon which I was dangling my iPad, which is how I record. And while that was a delightful solution for a time being, it required some carefulness and also just for there to be a stack of books like this tall on my desk at all times. Um, and I went home and there's this shelf that had been sitting around at my sister's house that I had long said I would take back in New York, and I just didn't want to fly with it. But it's actually an old wire shelf from Blockbuster, and uh, I finally was able to bring it home and I mounted it right above my desk. And I got this little L bracket. And so I can balance my iPad now off of that shelf with the L bracket, like keeping it at the right position. And
Love.
um, and then also I made a little, well, I got my TV working so I can watch TV, like regular television, which has been really lovely. And then I took all of my art that was on little canvases and got tiny hinges and hinged them all together to make a little screen around the litter box
Yes.
so that because the way her litter box is positioned when she gets litter everywhere, it's literally in a doorway. So you have like even if my apartment's super clean, it feels every day it feels messy because there's litter in the doorway. Um, and it's worked. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
I
And
love
there's
that.
just a little screen of art around the litter box now.
Like, what an amazing, like, what made you think to do that?
I don't really know. I mean, I had been staring at that area for a while because her litter box is under Rocky's thing, Rocky's habitat. And I was like, man, if I could just like hang something or whatever. And I was thinking about getting wood and just building a thing around it. And then, my art I don't have out or like on the wall or anything. So I was like, they already have these. I'm sure you could just hammer them together. And then I thought, well, hinges would be better because you don't want it to fall over and you need to be able to pull it off. And I wanted it to like Jacob's ladder together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I can pack it up easily and it not be a funky shape. Yeah, I can show you. It's really cool that it like, I did the hinges alternatively, like they alternate so that, so this is it. So that way it can go, it can hold itself up, but then I
Love.
can also fold it
Dude, that's so smart. Oh
like
my God,
so.
I hadn't even thought about the like hinging it to be. I thought when I first saw it, I was like, the hinges are so smart just for like positioning it to stand
Shapes.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Hmm.
then, oh my gosh, for storage too and for like
Yeah,
moving and stuff, that'll be so nice.
I know. I,
That's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah, so it was fun to like do some stuff that made my space a little better.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, makes a
and it
big
really
difference.
does feel a lot better in here. Like just in general, I'm like, I moved the TV also from being on the dresser and I moved the like what I was using as a coffee table as an old TV stand. So I moved that back here, put the TV on it so the floor is now more open and it just feels more open and nice and there's not litter all over the place and
I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
yeah. So that's keeping me alive. Uh, multiple forms of medicine, contemporary and ancient, and and uh, and house projects. Um, yeah,
Contemporary and ancient.
yeah, I'll take it all. Why not? Give me a little bit of everything. Let's see what you got.
Uh,
Um, yeah, and I think I will try to see nature this weekend. I may also try to see a movie. I don't know. I've thought about like I've been biking a lot too again, which is so
mm,
nice. I took a long bike ride. Oh, not a long, only like a 10-mile bike ride, but like the longest I've
to
done
me
in a
that feels
while.
long. I don't know.
The longest I've done in a while. She's staring at you again. Oh,
Hey, girl.
hey, so pretty.
Yeah, 10 miles
Um,
feels like a long bike ride to me. I don't know.
well, I mean, I would like to, it was good to see that I could do that with pretty, it was, it wasn't super difficult. Um, and so I might try for a longer one this weekend. Like I might try to bike up to Rogers Park. Because again, the way I bike is pretty chill. I stop and take breaks, get snacks.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
like but it would be fun to bike up the lakefront path. Um, what I was proud of myself is that there's only two parts that require like hills,
Mm-hmm.
but one of them is quite intense because it's a ramp to go over the metro train. And so it's like incline, 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 incline. And then you're over and then down, 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 zigzag, right? Um, the other
No
one's just a
thanks.
slight incline to get over like an expressway or something. But that one, even when I'm in a more cardio active part of my life, is much like when I was biking to work in New York. It's like the incline to get onto the Brooklyn Bridge is a real long fucking incline and a pain
Mm-hmm.
in the ass. And
Mm-hmm.
no matter how like cardio qualified I was, it was like I just literally had to tell myself this exercise is actually not about speed or anything. This is an exercise in you being patient with something being uncomfortable for an extended
Mm-hmm.
amount of time. That is
Mm-hmm.
what we're here to do. And I would be like coaching myself and I was like, you only stare 15 to 20 feet ahead of you. Don't, there's no point in looking further. You're getting there. That's all you need to know. 20 feet at a time. And
Ooh.
but man, the peace that you feel when you get to the flat part and you're like, oh, hell yes. And then better yet, when you get to the part where you start going down, you're like, oh, hallelujah, I don't even have to pedal. Amazing.
Exactly. Exactly. But you can't get there without getting through the discomfort first.
Exactly. So again, I like doing these, like, I like treating exercises like again, I've told you that I haven't been doing yoga for the last 2 weeks, but when I was doing yoga every day, I was doing challenging yoga intentionally to like try to rewire some of my brain that's become a bit defeatist or something. Like when things are hard, that my instinct is like, I just want to give up and walk away. I'm exhausted. I can't do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to like challenge if I do hard things with my body, not extensively, but every now and then to consciously talk to myself of like, look at you doing this. You're strong. You're getting through it and it's going to be over. That's it.
Yep. And it echoes a lot of the way I talk to myself through challenging emotional moments too, for what it's worth. I
That's
do
what I'm
have.
trying to like help. You know what I mean? I'm trying to draw
Hmm.
that parallel
Yep.
so that like my brain stops assuming that death is the only end result of bad feelings,
Yeah.
that there are other end results of bad feelings.
Yep.
Um,
Oof.
I know we have to end, but I do want to say briefly, this reminds me of I was the worst kid about going to the dentist as a kid. I hated it,
Mm.
big phobia. And the first time I had to get a cavity filled, which, as you know, all of my molars, all of them are full of fillings, all of them. Two of them are not crowns, but like the rest that are still there, all fillings. Um, but the first time I had to go and they tried to put a needle in my mouth for the Novocaine, and I was like, oh no, we will not be opening our mouth. And I refused long enough that they had to cancel the appointment and reschedule. And I feel now that I understand how money works and insurance, I have so much guilt for my poor parents who just were like, dude, you are costing us so much money every time you do this.
Mm.
And my dad was so sweet and tried so hard to pump me up. He gave me a special little token of like bravery and confidence and stuff like that.
Oh.
And he sat there in that room and watched me not open my mouth again. And we missed another appointment. So then they had to schedule another. And then they finally just gassed me and were like, drugger, we're not doing it. Drugger and get that shit in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always
Oh.
been a bit tinkerous with hard things. The reframe of that if someone said that to me, my reframe would be, or you are tenaciously resilient and protective.
That's the word I was going to use is there's a self-protection that you've gotten
Hmm.
very good at.
Yeah. Now, every strength has a shadow. So the shadow is I cost my
No,
parents a fuck ton of money.
no. Every Not every strength has a shadow. For example, the strength of humility, no shadow that I could see there.
Also, I do just want to name
Name it.
uh Bob's Burgers has a great episode about a kid with a cavity, and I had never felt so seen. Brilliant episode. Lindsay, if you're listening, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm.
But you should watch that episode. You would, as a parent, I think you'd really vibe on it. So, okay.
Given some of the dental stuff I'm navigating with my own children, I think it may be a good family viewing. So,
It's yeah, I can't like that's one of the things that my nieces love going to the dentist.
ooh, love that.
And I am so grateful to like for my sister to have that experience because I have so much guilt of what I put my parents through.
Oh my God.
Anyway, okay. I guess there's nothing left to say. This
Yeah,
is
the
it.
thing is, you said anyway, and then you continued a different sentence. So,
I know because I wanted to I just could keep talking to you all day and I'm supposed to be fucking going to see you in like 48 hours and I'm
I
mad that I'm not.
know. I
Ugh,
know.
it's gonna
We'll
be
get through it
fine.
though. We will.
I'm gonna do a plank and remind myself I can do hard things.
Okay, go do your
All
plank.
right.
Anyway,
More soon.